Rockstar training call. We're about to get things kicked off. This is going to be a powerful call tonight and a great opportunity for you to send out any last minute text messages to people in your team. Now, we know that we've done meetings all week long. How many of you had some people that said, I'd like to get a little more information about ACN? You know, tonight is that opportunity. This is really designed so that people can get an opportunity to evaluate the company, learn more about the company, get a little more background about the company, and they're going to get a chance to hear from some incredible leaders this evening. So any last minute text messages you guys want to send out, absolutely highly recommend doing so tonight. We're going to have a very, very powerful call this evening, and you're going to get a chance to really, you know, take some great notes, you know, learn exactly what to do to get off to a fast start. We're going to be talking about our bonus for the month of February. That's going to be incredibly powerful for anyone that just got started in their first 30 days. And all that basically means in your first 30 days of business, we have a bonus that any new IBO can qualify for. So welcome out here tonight. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to send that last minute text message out before we get the call kicked off here this evening. And we're in for a treat. You're going to get a chance to hear from the #1 regional coordinator in all of the Rockstar organization. We're the #1 team for the last 15 years. And what you're going to hear tonight is really a system. You know, how to get customers, a system on how to invite people to come take a look. And then you're going to get an opportunity to hear about an event that we have scheduled for March 18th. And if you're taking notes tonight, write down the date, March 18th, March 19th. That is going to be the first national convention of 2 years. We are so excited about getting together with people and getting a chance to spend a 2-day wealth event that ACN is going to be putting together. So let's get the call kicked off here tonight. First of which, why don't you write in the chat where you're calling in from, just so we get a chance to see where everybody's calling in from tonight. So if you want to take a minute and just put in where you're calling in, so we'll get an idea where the Rockstar organization is calling in from tonight. So put it in the chat. Oh, Alaska, look at that, right out of the gate. We got Alaska, we got Connecticut calling in, Boston, Massachusetts, Florida, Maine, the Poconos, Kentucky, Connecticut, Pittsburgh, Florida. Wow, welcome. Costa Rica, Houston, Orlando, Florida, Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, wow. Illinois, welcome to tonight's call. Incredible to see how many different markets that we have represented, from Canada to Costa Rica to Frederick, Maryland, McAllen, Texas. This is awesome. Welcome to tonight's call. We're about to get things kicked off. So let me introduce our first presenter. She's going to run through the basics of ACN. I want you to pay attention to a couple things. #1, how do we make money? This is incredibly important. I want all of you to really understand how we make money. And then it's going to go into our training of the services, how to build a large distribution, and the event that we've got coming up at the end or middle of March. So with that being said, let me first introduce tonight's presenter. She is an incredible leader. She's a regional coordinator. Her team is on fire right now. They're the #1 regional coordinators in the entire Rockstar team. So put your hands together for Candace Gunderson. And Candace, thank you for being here tonight. And the call is all yours.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm so honored to be here tonight. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here on the training call with you tonight. And I'd like to just say welcome to everyone. And I'm gonna, as Patrick mentioned, I'm gonna go over a little bit about the company and review, and also the services that we market, and then how we get paid. Let me just share screen here just for a moment. Here we go. So this is our headquarters down in Charlotte, North Carolina, the ACN headquarters. We started in 1993 with just one product in the United States and quickly moved to 27 countries on 5 continents. We have millions of satisfied customers, done $4 billion in sales over the last 5 years, which makes us the world's largest direct seller of telecom, energy, and other essential services. Now, here are the services that we market. You'll see a lot of the large iconic companies that they've spent millions of dollars to let us know who they are, such as AT&T and T-Mobile, Spectrum, and DirecTV. The services are wireless, high-speed internet, bundled with TV and telephone or standalone, gas and electricity, security and automation through a company called Vivint, credit card processing, and one of our most popular products, identity theft protection through a company called ID Seal. Now, many of you may recognize the fact that you and everyone around you are using these services already. The thing that makes this really special is that we're able to offer at a discount these same services because of our business model, which is direct to consumer. As you can see here, we cut out the middleman and we come directly to you. And because of this, we're able to leave money on the table for the customer. And then ACN is also able to have money that they can share with us. We market these services through an online storefront that each one of you will get. It's a one-stop shop where every single service can be found right in one spot. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we get paid, what it costs to get into this business. It's $199 one time upfront with a $25 monthly support fee, which covers the cost for that personal online store, which is hosted and updated daily. Product info and ordering, it takes care of all of the US-based customer care and billing, customer tracking, and the IBO support call center. Now, here are the ways that we get paid. The first way is on customer referrals. Every single customer that you refer to ACN, you will receive bonus money. As you can see here, for every 5 services, you get $200. And then every 3 services, it's 200, 200, 200 unlimited. Now, what you can see on the right is what I found to be really special. It's called residual income. And I don't remember hearing about that when I was in school. They never taught me that. But this was what was really exciting, because what I realized is that I'm able to talk to someone about the services and get paid month after month, year after year, just for talking to them one time. For instance, when I got started, I showed my father, my daughter, a couple of friends and coworkers some services. I was able to save them a few dollars on their services that they were using anyway. And then what they did every month after that was pay their bill. And so for showing it to them that one time, never spoke to them about it again, I continued to get paid on that every month. Now, we can go out and get as many customers as we want, but the thing that I got really excited about was the fact that there's an opportunity to make some big money. And the way that we do that is by showing people, introducing this business to other people and having them go out and get customers. Here's what I did when I got started. I put about 12 people on a call. Somebody else did the presentation. A handful of those people joined on my team. They went out and got customers. And today, in just 5 short months, I've been able to acquire 90 business partners, and it's about 600 customers. Now, I'd love to talk to you about a couple of people that are working in my team that they'll tell you their experience that they're having. The first one I'd like to call up, her name is Esme. She's out of the New York market. She's been super to work with. She's extremely coachable. She's working her way up, getting promoted. And I would love to hear from you, Esme.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Are we all set with the audio?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. My name is Esme Carino, and I have been with ACN for 3 months. I'm a published author and a birth doula. In these 3 months, I have gotten 2 promotions, and I'm well on my way to the full 14. And it's all due to the training and support of the Rockstar system. Thank you, Candace.
Thank you so much, Esme. Super proud of you. She's on fire. She's out of the New York market. And like I said, so excited to see where she's going to go from here. The next person I'd love to call up is Gina. She's also on the East Coast out of Connecticut. Also very coachable. She came on board and just took this thing by storm. It was really love working with her. I'd love to hear what your experience is. I'd like to turn the call over to you, Miss Gina.
Love working with you too, Candace. I joined the team December 2021, and I now have 100 customers and 9 business partners, and qualified within 30 days. My name is Gina Covich, and I live in Connecticut, and it is because of the Rockstar team and the continued support that I continue to increase my my team and my passive cash flow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gina. Now, I'd like to bring up, we're going to go into the training portion of the call, and I'm proud to introduce a regional director. She's got one of the fastest growing teams. She's one of the best trainers she's doing the training portion of the call, and I'm proud to be on the panel with her tonight. I'd like to introduce Jamila Bensinger.
Thank you so much, Candace. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Amazing presentation. Congratulations on all your success. My name again is Jamila Bensinger. I am from Connecticut, multiple business owner. I took a look at ACN 4 years ago, and it's just been a blessing for me and my family. You know, the reason I joined this business, even though I have 2 other businesses, is a residual income. I don't know about you, but I never heard this before, and I never knew what a residual income is until I came to ACN. And, you know, 4 years ago, now I'm the regional director of the company. I have over 1,200 customers, and we get paid month after month and year after year. It's just been a blessing. So my portion of the training tonight is just very simple. I'm just going to show you how to acquire customers and how to build a residual income. So let me just give me a quick second here to share my slides, and let's get started. I'm sure everybody here wants to make money, right? Who's here to make money? Me too. So if you're like me, you like to set up goals. Your first goal is a 24-hour goal is to become customer qualified. And if you are taking notes, please write down CQ, because you're going to hear me saying it more than once. So CQ stands for customer qualified. And I'm going to show you this is your goal. If you just joined ACN, you know, today or yesterday, or, you know, the last, you know, recently, your first goal is to get paid and promoted as soon as possible. And how you get that is to go CQ, customer qualified. And if you go to customer qualified, which is first promotion ACN, you're not going to miss any bonuses. Okay. Now, what is customer qualified? All you have to do is acquire 3 services, 7 points, or 2 services and 12 points. And now you have earned your first direct deposits, and you create your own success story. Okay. We had, if you acquire services, 5 services, like Candace mentioned before, and 10 points, you make $200. If you acquire 8 services and 16 points, $400, 11 services and 22 points, $600. And for every additional 3 services, $200, and there is no limit. And that's what I love about ACN. Sky's the limit in, you know, in this company. And if you look at 11 services equals $600. In my household alone, I have more than that between my house and my office. And I'm sure between you and everybody else that you know in this world, you have more than 11 services, and right away you make $600. Now, how we get customers, I'm sure everybody's, you know, if you're seeing this for the first time, you're probably asking how to get customers. You can get customers from, number one, from notes from your Zoom presentation. Anybody that's seen this, and you know, we know, of course, ACN is not for everybody, but they can become your customers because they're paying for those bills anyways. So we get them from the notes of the presentations. Number 2, people you do business with, you know, like your accountant, your lawyer, your barber, you know, nail salon, you name it. Anybody that you do business with, they should be doing business with you too. Okay, and then friends and family. Favor, help, try, approach. I highly recommend you go on YouTube and search Favor, help, try RVP Susie. and you get to practice with your mentor. And all you have to say, to your friends and family, I just started this business. Can you please do me a huge favor and try one of my services? Okay. And then yourself, become your own customer, because it just makes sense to get paid on our own customers. I just love that. No, we gotta think like a business owner. Of course, by becoming your own customer, you train yourself first. And because when you try like electric that you're paying for anyways, if you do it through your own website, you will know how to do it for other people too and show them how to do it. Now, it's gonna build belief by becoming your own customers, and you're gonna get paid on your services. It just makes sense. Okay. Now, you heard me saying before, point system, and that's what we have here. Like, for example, ID protection, we have monthly 2 points, quarterly 4 points, annual 8 points, and then electricity, we have 1 to 2 points. So gas bill is 1, electricity is 2 points. Vivint Smart Home is 8 points. Flash Mobile, for Vivint Smart Home, I just want to mention one thing, because that's, I love the service, because I can check from my phone what's happening inside my house and outside my house, and I can show it to other people. Like if I'm in a meeting and someone rings the bell, it rings on my phone, it's easy to show other people that I have that service. Okay. Now, again, if you get 3 services in $75, and I'm just going to show you some examples. I just want you to focus on one thing if you're taking notes: ID protection, electricity and gas, cell phone, and Vivint Smart Home, because those are top, most simple and lucrative services. Now, I'm just going to give you some examples. Like if you get ID annual plan, it's 8 points. And then Vivint Smart Home, it's also 8 points. So that's a total 16 points. Now you get qualified and you make your first deposit. Another example, if you acquire 2 quarterly ID plans, which is 8 points each, plus electric gas 1 point, now you get qualified also. Cell phone bill or Vivint Smart Home, 12 points, and also 2 electric or gas bill plus dish TV, 5 points. That's a total 7 points. And now you get qualified and you get, your first check. Now, what I want you to do in order to create your own story, first, I want you to get paid and get promoted. So number 1, you have to become CQ customer qualified in the first 24 hours, position yourself to make bonuses for referred business partners, and promote yourself to executive team leader, which is 30 total points, and earn 700 bonus. Okay. Now start building your team and schedule your Zoom meeting. If you're taking, now I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm just gonna introduce top, producer, Jimmy Mohiler, which I have a lot of respect for. He has a massive organization and he built a huge team. Welcome to the call, Jimmy.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. And give it up for Jamila. Good gracious. I'm pumped up again. She's telling us how to win. That's the thing. And if you're taking notes, be sure you're writing this stuff down, because this is how to become successful. This is how to grow your business. You want to be a successful business person, listen to the ones that are actually that's already done all the hard work. It's going to save you a lot of time and make you a lot of money. I'm here to tell you about building a team. That's right. We're going to build a team. Let me make sure everything goes here. There we go. All right. So let's talk about building that team. How do we expand our business? Check this out. So we want to book that Zoom. This is how we do this. We just Zoom event, Zoom event. The more Zooms, you'll ask any of the leaders out there, they'll tell you, how did you do it? You'll ask them, how did you do it? They'll say, I did more Zooms. So the first thing you want to do is set that date right now. Go ahead and text your upline right now. Just text us, hey, look, I've got some time on Wednesday evening. I want to put a Zoom on the books. I want to go ahead and do that. Get that done today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Just do it now. Go ahead and text them, get that on there. So set that meeting up now. Pick a time that works for you and say, hey, look, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this thing off the ground. The next thing I suggest you do is make that list of 100 names. Go ahead and just start naming people you used to work with. We actually have in our, if you go to wealthinstituteinc.com, you can get a memory jogger on there. Memory jogger, all it does is talks about people you used to work with, people, family, friends, anybody you can think of, put their name on there. Nobody gets away from what we do. So 100 names, put it on the list. And then here's what I tell my team a lot of times is, once you make that list of 100, Add 2 names every single day. Add 2 names every single day. You'll never run out of people. Okay. Think of business owners. Think of people that are looking for money, that are entrepreneurs, that are growing, that are doing things that are uncomfortable. They're actually out there. They're in the field. They're doing different stuff. Network marketing. It's okay. Think about this. A lot of supply chains. If you go to the grocery store right now, I think the grocery store needs to go to the grocery store. I don't know about y'all, but it's getting kind of thin out there. Well, think about these companies that have products. They're having a hard time. We deal with power bills and gas bills. There's no short supply here. We've got plenty of it. So that's exciting. So definitely network marketers, they love this kind of stuff. Real estate professionals, you get it. It's a concierge service. When you look at the whole package, it is. It's a lot like Amazon. It's a buffet of services. So if you can bring those people that use those services, those are your real estate agents, your property managers. Hey, I'm an insurance agent. It made sense to me because I was already in a home. I was already talking to Miss Betty. Miss Betty needs life insurance. She needs a home security. She needs identity protection as well. So it just goes great with that kind of person, any of those. And then, of course, there's the last one. Read the last one there. Everyone else. Anybody can do this business. It's just a matter of getting out there and just talking. If your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Open that mouth and tell people about it. And then lastly, invite, invite, invite. Invite everybody. If you invite 10 people, only 5 of them is going to show up. It's just the numbers. But that's all right. We'll take care of those 5 for you. But invite as many people as you can. There's several people that I'm sure if you've been in the business a while, you think of JJ. This gentleman brought like 50, 60 people on a call. I've got a guy on IBO, my team. He brought 40 people to a Zoom. 40 people to a Zoom. Can you match him? Can you do it? You know, Patrick throws out some pretty good bets out there. If you can get the most on there, they're going to go to the one with the most Zooms. Think about that. You want Patrick and Mike's attention? Get more people to your Zoom. Set a goal. Do double digits. Let's see how many you can get. The person that put the most Zoom on presentations is the one that gets there the fastest. Okay. Now, here's some ideas. These are little tricks that we do. Not really even tricks, just the way we talk to these people. Do you look at other ways of making money? Do you look at other ways of making income? One of the things that I like to say is, do you look at other opportunities other than what you're doing right now? Let me say it again. Do you look at other opportunities than what you're doing right now? You can even leave the end of the sentence blank. Do you look at other opportunities than driving an Uber car? Do you look at other opportunities than being a dentist? Do you look at other opportunities than being a plumber? It just really goes right along with it. The second suggestion is don't ask it as a question. Do it as a comment. Hey, you look at other ways of look at other ways of making money, right? Ask them to direct it. To say, hey, look, I know you look at other ways of making income, right? It's all in how you say it. And read those. These are good little scripts that really get the business open and can get your mind going. And just do it naturally. Just be you. Share your why. Tell them why. Why in the world did you get started? Were you looking for more income? Were you looking for more ways of making money? Were you looking for a little side gig? Maybe you were looking to get out of that 9 to 5. I know I was. I was ready to get out of that 9 to 5. And then edify the speaker. Talk about the person that's going to be presenting. Hey, I know a guy, Patrick Mazer. This guy is doing massive success, multiple business owner. You've got a meeting. Have you got about 15 minutes tomorrow night at 7 o'clock? I'll be there. He's going to be there. And let's talk. Let's see what, maybe he's got an idea that you may can do as well. Talk about the speaker. Be the trailer, not the movie. Be the appetizer, not the meat and potatoes. And then lastly, promote the Zoom meeting, set up the confirmation call. Make sure your upline calls and says, hey, look, are you going to be there? Send them your list. Send them your name and the people that are coming and their phone number. Patrick, Alejandra, any of these leaders will pick up the phone. I'll do it. Any of my regional coordinators will pick up the phone and they'll call them and make sure, hey, Mary, wonderful. I'm so excited to see you. I can't wait to see you tonight at 7 o'clock. You're going to be there, right? Okay, great. You've got the Zoom code. You know how that works. That's what we're there for. And do not forget that. I say this a lot of times, that very small down there, it says 15 minutes before the presentation, send out a reminder text. Please do that. That's probably the most important. I think we ought to highlight that is if you don't do it, people don't keep a schedule. We're all slackers. We all forget things. It happens. But if you remind them about 15 minutes before the Zoom, they'll probably be on there. So that's definitely something. And if they have questions, just be new. I don't know. I really don't even know. I just know Patrick's doing some massive success. I just know Jimmy's doing multiple things. He's making money. Come meet this guy. Come meet this girl. This girl is doing some incredible things. A powerful businesswoman. You've got to come meet her. Be new. Talk about the person, not the thing. Again, you hear me. Hey, just talk about her. Talk about him. Talk about what they're doing. Well, what is it? Well, I know they're doing something right. So maybe you need to come 10, 15 minutes of your time is all I need. And then, of course, you can mention essential services if you want to. It's got power and gas bills. A lot of times I'll say, hey, we make money on power and gas bills. Pretty cool. Come check it out. What is it? I don't even know all the details. Just come check it out. And this is the most important three-way call. Pick up the phone, call them, and then get Patrick on the phone, get Alejandro on the phone, get your upline on the phone. Whoever brought you into business, they know more about this business than you do. I promise you. So let their failures and the time that they put in this business help you get other people to the Zoom. Okay. When it comes to a Zoom, that the spotlight comes on, you can see yourself. Make sure you have a professional background, that the lights are on, that they can see you. Make sure your microphone works, your video works. I tell my people, go ahead, my teammates, I say, get there about 5 minutes early. Make sure everybody's in place. Everybody's on cue. We're about to go live, and I get them there and make sure everything's working okay. Pay attention to the speaker. I know with phones and kids and dogs and everything else, if it gets loud at your house, hit that mute button. It does help a lot. Of course, send text message. There's that reminder again to send out that 15 minutes prior. And then, of course, the role of the host. All you're doing is saying, hey, look, this, Mike's doing incredible things. He is rocking this business. I'm so glad you came. Thank your guests for coming. That's one of the biggest things. Is thank your guests. Appreciate you guys coming tonight, spending 5 or 10 minutes with us and just hearing what we had to say. Now I'm just going to turn the call over to Mike, or turn the call over to whoever's doing the presenting. That's it. Make it simple. Keep it simple. All right, preparing for massive success. So right now, go ahead. If you have not got a Zoom on the books, go ahead and text the person that you're working with and let them know you're ready. You're ready to grow your business, because I'll tell you right now, one of the things that Patrick and Mike will tell you, the only way that your business is growing is if you're having Zooms. If you're still putting 1 and 2 Zooms on the books, I promise your business is not growing as fast as it should. You need to have 10, 15, 20. I had 25. Did you hear that? 25 on the books last week. I've already got 23 on the books this week. That's how you become #1 regional director. That's how you become #1 ETL. That's how you become #1 regional coordinator and go SVP. How do you do that? How do you make more money? You set more Zooms. It doesn't matter what you've been into, what your background is, any of that stuff. It's all about more Zooms. Ask any leader what was the difference in you making money and them. It was more Zooms. So, man, wow, this is exciting. What a call tonight. I'm going to turn the call over to this guy, this gentleman. Actually, I wasn't even going to go to Atlanta. Can you believe that? I wasn't going to go to an event. I wasn't going to go. And I called this guy up, and this guy said, are you crazy? Is something wrong with you, Jimmy? And of course, I went down to Atlanta. That's when my business changed. I went from an ETL, jumped very quickly right into regional director, and been flying ever since. And it was called one event. Just one event changed everything. I've been to 4 or 5 since, but man, woo, but let me get out of the way because it's Dave's time. Dave, I'm so proud of you. I appreciate you, man. You are the man. Dave, the mic's all yours.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Jimmy, and everyone else that was on tonight. Candace did a great job, Jamila, and then Jimmy as well. It is true, everyone. I made a phone call to Jimmy, come on, you got to be here. You got to be here. And, one of the things about what we get to do is we get to meet some amazing individuals all across America, and they're all like-minded, and what Jimmy did based upon what the results were 30 days later was because of an event. Because of that event, it propelled his business into hyperspeed. And today being the #1 regional director on the Rockstar team is just evidence of what that event did for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking a little bit about mindset and a little bit about what we have coming up March 18th and 19th. One thing I learned, when I first got started with this opportunity, I didn't know much about the opportunity at all. I just believed in the mentors and the people that were looking at, getting us to somewhere. And, I remember when we first went to an event, it was out in Detroit, not even a week into the business, but, the people here that are going to want you to get there are going to want more for you than you understand what you have in front of you. And, I just said, they're really pushing for me to get there. There's got to be a reason behind it. Now, getting to that event, I can share with you what happened, how it whole changed everything for us. Meeting the energy when you walk into that event, Absolutely meeting individuals. I remember meeting an individual from Massachusetts, felt like I knew him for 20 years. And now we talk very often, and you know, we've locked arms together, and that's what this business can do for you. But, you know, basically in a nutshell, I'm just going to go over a couple of details for each and every one of you, and excited for everyone that's here tonight, taking the time out on a Sunday evening to really, really learn more about what you have in front of you. And, you know, one of the things about what we do is, you know, this is a business, but we get to sort. Now, we sort through people, okay? You know, when you're trying to convince someone to come to a presentation, you know, that's draining. I think we'll all agree, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, we're just going to be professional about what we get to do. You know, we share the opportunity, and then we sort through ones. Now, some will do this business, some will not do this business, but at the end of the day, it's not for everyone. But the benefit behind what we get to do is we get to lock arms with the ones that say yes. And that's what I love about this. Now, you're going to meet people all over the United States and out of the United States, because we have this technology, Zoom. We could connect to anyone, anywhere, and that's the best part about it. So we move on, we keep sorting, and we go on, and we keep building this, because like Jimmy said, if your mouth's open, your business is open. And anyone who knows me, A, I've got a lot of energy, and B, I just keep my mouth open all the time. So Jimmy, go ahead and change over to the next one, because I can't wait to go over this. Now, here's the most important thing about what we get to do. There's 4 steps in ACN to have success. Now, tonight is one of them. Congratulations for anyone new that's here this evening. You're attending a quick start training. Now, before you leave here, you certainly want to actually get yourself in position to have a meeting, because that's how you're going to have that success. Now, with that being said, we also have a workshop that you can actually attend as well, because knowledge is power. And here, click a link, learn the information, help propelling your business to the next step. And the next step in what we get to do is obviously host a Zoom meeting, because we want to get you to CQ and have that meeting. Now, customers drive our bus, and here's what I can share with you. When you have a meeting, now you're on your way to actually building a team. And I remember the first time I actually was involved with this, you know, I just followed the steps. You know, I made a list. I called people. I invited them. You know, one of the best parts about what we get to do is we go to a training like this, we host a meeting, we invite people. Everyone stays in their lane on what we get to do, and that's the best part. Now, when you go to that event and you host your meeting, you know, like Jimmy was talking about, that's going to propel you to the next step. And here's the best part. This is the process on how to have success with this opportunity. And I can't wait for the individuals that are going to be sharing some information about it. But the next step is what we do. And it's no different than anything else we've all done in all our careers. But we have a Friday night leadership where actually the company, really, we get the top leaders, Mike and Pat Mazer, and all the top leaders, senior regional vice president platinums, they pour into us. They take the gloves off, and then they dive into the comp plan. See, when we start a business like this, and this is a business, everyone, you're not going to know everything at the very beginning. The best part about what we get to do is the support that we all have. So having the steps of what we get to do is super important on taking one at a time. The process on how we're going to help you to have the success is get to where that person is trying to help you to get to. And that's all I remember when I first started. You know, they said, go to an event. Great. I went to an event. I learned. I had a meeting, put people in front of the opportunity. That's what my mentors had shared. Now, by having that meeting, people saw the opportunity. I didn't worry about who got started and who didn't. What I did worry about is following these steps to success. See, some people came in to the opportunity and they ran with the opportunity. Some people said it's not for me. But at the end of the day, 2 things occurred. One, that allowed me to actually build a team and also have customers. Then propelled to the next step, I was able to attend the Friday night leadership class. Now, in that Friday night leadership class, I saw a lot of individuals that were in the same area of where I was at that time, you know, business owners in the same industries. Now I knew that I was in the right place. Now having people pour into you on how to get yourself to the next level. And I can share with each and every one of you, one of the greatest gifts that I had seen in this opportunity. See, in traditional business, anyone that's in traditional business that's on the line, you have to learn the hard way. See, here, you get to learn as you earn. It's climbing that ladder, but you get support, you get help, you get assistance along the way. And these are the keys to the success. Now, anybody that's successful in business, you can ask every single individual out there, the keys to success is consistency. And that's one of the elements that most of us here on the line, you're here on a Sunday evening to learn about a business opportunity, learn about having success, learn about getting financial freedom. Residual income is the way. I can clearly share that with each and every one of you. Now, here's what else we have going on, because I can't wait. See, all of us saw the Super Bowl. There was a lot of people there. Today, NASCAR had an event, hundreds of thousands of people there. Guess what? We're getting to open up. And literally all across America, we're actually getting to open up and get out there. Now, we have an event coming up, which is the next step for each and every one of us. It's a national convention. Now, here's what's exciting about that. We actually have an event. It's been 2.5 years since this event has been on. Now, we had a one-day event, and I'm going to have some individuals share, because we have top producing regional director on our team, and her team is exploding all over the United States, and all because of one-day events. You heard Jimmy talk about what he did going to one event, becoming today the top regional director, all in ACN right now because of an event. And I can assure you, each and every one of you, this event will propel your business in such a big way. And it's actually a 2-day event. Now, what I want to do is, Jimmy, if you can open up the slide for a minute and pull the slides off for a moment, because I want to actually have some individuals on the line right now that came to a one-day event like Jimmy did. And they're brand new. They're actually executive team leaders, all three of them. And here's what's exciting. They're from all over the United States. And it doesn't get any better with Zoom technology. Now, we met this gentleman all the way in Alaska. Actually, his name is Nate Bear from Alaska. He's top producing executive team leader right now in all of Alaska. And Nate Bear, would you mind sharing the last event? It was a one-day event that we had over there in Dallas, Texas. Would you mind sharing your experience of what you had with that one-day event, how your business is looking today, and what's going to happen when we get to Oklahoma City in March 18th and 19th? Nate, you there?
Man, Dave, you excited me, man. Every time you talk, you're pushy. You're East Coast pushy, but man, alive, you have more energy than anyone I know. So with all Dave's energy, it's like we need 40 people at that event. I was like, well, we'll shoot for 40 people. We'll see what we can do. So we had 12 people committed to go. Now we had a few people that fell off for family reasons, and I think a couple of them had COVID. A couple things that happened. We had 8 people that went. And we have basically three Alaskans are running on fire right now. And then we have one that's actually from Connecticut that's running on fire as well. So we've really created a leadership. It's amazing. You know, you go to one of those events, and a lot of you have already been to the events before, but it just really charges you. And it's a game changer. I mean, if you can get 1 or 2 people in each leg to go to that event, man, it's going to radically change. And it's kind of neat because you see people just change, melt in front of you and rebuild themselves. And so that's the best spent money I've ever done. I know I brought one person there. I'm probably going to bring 2 or 3 people there and pay for their trips. If you have the opportunity to leverage to do that, I'd do it in a heartbeat. If you find a leader and you know they're a leader and they just don't have the funds to make it there, I guarantee you traveling from Alaska is different than traveling from the East Coast, West Coast. But I think what it does, absolutely amazing. I really appreciate Dave's energy and his pushiness. I'd take that with me every day, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So I'm so excited for what's happened. Thank you so much, Dave. Really appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited for what Nate Bear is about to accomplish. He's going to be the very first regional director in all of Alaska coming up very shortly. Now I'm going to keep it up there in Alaska because this gentleman, he actually saw a presentation just like every person here saw a presentation, and he didn't even hesitate. and he's a traditional business owner. His name's Mike Slater from Alaska. And what I loved about what Mike did is he saw something here. First of all the years in business, never made a penny of residual income. And you know, he's a roofer by trade. So, and he's in Alaska. Now you guys can see Nate Bear in Alaska. There's a lot of snow up there. And you know, my heart goes for this guy because he literally, you know, it's not easy to be a roofer, not to mention being a roofer in Alaska. But this gentleman, he said, I got to get there because I want to know the information. So that's what happened to him. Now, talk about being coachable. This gentleman, when they talked about put 100 names on a list, he put 125. And he left that event and went to another event and got 100 business cards. Why? Because he opened his mouth. Today, moving forward, his team is rapidly increasing in a heart rate that really will increase your heart rate. And I'm excited because not only is he having success from this event that he came, he's already registered. Nate's already registered, and he's bringing an army with him. And Michael Slater, would you mind sharing your experience from that event you came to, being so brand new? And actually, Mike, go ahead and share that information for everyone on the line.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I started about a month ago, and about 2 weeks in, I ended up going to the first event that I've ever been to, and it was wonderful. It was very empowering, very exciting. It got me all pumped up. So when I went to New Orleans to another convention, I was all ready to talk to people and get information and cards and be able to get things going. So now I'm going to the next one here in March, and it's a 2-day one, so it should be an awesome thing. But Dave's been great and helping me get started and get going with this thing. It's just been awesome, the whole thing. And I've went leaps and bounds since the day I started. And just a little bit of effort's all it takes, and you can just grow like there's no tomorrow.
Awesome. Listen, we're excited for you, Mike, because of what you have going on. And truth be told, he was actually in New Orleans. He wasn't even on his way back home, and he's like, I got to do more. I got to get more going on here. And we had a conversation to help ramp his business up in a big way. And, you know, we're just excited for him because, you know, he's already registered. And the key to this is how many people is he going to bring from Alaska? Matter of fact, Alaska is going to have a whole section for themselves coming very shortly. And I can't wait for you to get there because, you know, one of the biggest elements, all the vendors are going to be there. Every single vendor we have are going to be there. All the top producers are going to be there. We're going to get such high level training and knowledge. And I can share with each and every one of you is the plugging in part of this is, see, on our team, we don't take excuses. We take them with us. And that's our motto because there's no one being left behind on our team. And speaking of that, you know, this young gentleman saw an opportunity just like each and every one of you. Now he's on the team altogether and, you know, young, vibrant realtor out of Connecticut. And this young man is literally blowing his business up. Matter of fact, on the piece he's at, in about 2 months, he'll be a regional director based on the success he's had. But here's what I can share with every one of you is when I actually had the conversation with Jesus about coming to the event, the first, and he'll share a little bit about that. But one of the things was that anybody that knows me knows, one, I'm persistent. You know, I know the success on what you're going to have by getting to this event. Two is I don't give up too easy because I know what that first event did for me and my organization and my wife and our team. So I know it's so relevant for each and every one of you to get there at whatever it takes. You listen, you can sleep on the floor. It doesn't make a difference just by getting there. And Jesus, would you mind sharing your experience and what's happened to you since you've actually come back from that last event? And that's a 1-day event.
Hey, they appreciate it. Yeah, so I've been in the business for about a month, and I'm in Connecticut. I am a realtor. Sorry, I got my dog over here trying to play with me. I'm a realtor in Connecticut, been in the business for 5 years. And when I saw this opportunity, it made a lot of sense because people have been asking me about, you know, where do I get the service? What kind of electricity you guys got over here? What kind of companies you got? And I pretty much helped them. I wrote down the numbers. I passed the numbers to them and they did it on their own. And as soon as I saw this opportunity, it made sense. I'm like, well, I'm doing the same thing. I could help them I help them sign up for the services, and also I could get paid doing it and doing residual income. So that the whole presentation made sense. But from there on out, that's all I knew. So like 2 weeks in, Dave calls me and says, "Hey, you going to the event, right?" And I was just like, "Well, it's only been 2 weeks, man. You really want me to go?" But the cool thing is that, he was persistent, just like Jimmy. But what he told me made me kind of think, because he said, "Hey, look, you only saw a piece of it. You haven't saw anything yet." And that got me thinking, because he was right. All I saw was the presentation. I knew kind of how it works. So, and on top of that, I already knew that whether I like it or not, he was going to take me with me. So I was like, all right, let's go for it. But that event is what made me kind of explode my business, because I got to see how far you could get with this business. I got to see the testimonials of other people and how they started just like me, and how far they went and how successful they are. So it actually got me hyped up to come back and build my business. So as of right now, I only been in the month for about a month and a half. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have about 22 business partners. And the last time I checked, I have about 140 customers at the moment. And it was just all about following the steps, following the process, and just being coachable. Dave's been a great mentor for me. He's been helping me out, but it's just, putting the effort and just following the steps. Appreciate it, Dave. Thank you.
Now, Jesus, let me ask you a question. Just because I know it's so relevant. Now, if you didn't go to this event, you think your business would be absolutely where it's at today?
No, because like I said before, I saw the presentation. I loved what I saw. I understood the concept, like, you help people, you sign them up, you get residual income. That was it. But in my mind, I couldn't see how far you can get. In my mind, I was just thinking, hey, maybe I can make a couple dollars here and there. That's fine. But it was the energy and the testimonies of other people that have been in the business, and their success, that made me think, wow, I can do this too. I can be up there just like them. So that is what made my business, grow.
Awesome. And what did you say to me on that Monday after the event? You give me a quick phone call and share that example. And this is for everyone, because what that event did was built the belief so high for him that he really wasn't even hitting the ground until the realization came in, like that phone call he received. So who was trying to recruit you?
Yeah, well, before that though, so when I came back from the event, I was pumped, and I can't remember where I heard it from. I don't know if it was Patrick Mazer or somebody else, but they were saying, the best persons to talk to are the people that are better than you. Not in the wrong way, but in a sense, like, business wise. So, I'm calling my people. I'm calling the people that I know, and I ended up talking to. I was like, you know what? Let me call my broker from New York. And I was a little nervous. I'm like, well, this guy, he has like 200 agents under him. I don't know if he's going to have the time to, see this opportunity. I called him. I asked him, do you look at other ways of making money? And surprisingly, he said, yeah, let me take a look. He saw the opportunity. He loved it. And that's what got me the idea of like, well, if I can recruit a broker, why can't I recruit more? And the funny thing is, like, going back to what they were saying, the next day, I get a phone call from an assistant saying that there's a broker out of another place in Connecticut that would love to talk to me. I already knew the conversation I was going to go. He was trying to recruit me. I told Dave that I used to get those phone calls in the past, and I just said, look, I'm done moving. I don't even want to talk to you guys. I don't want to waste your time. Please don't waste mine. And but instantly that light bulb just switched up, and I said, well, I'm going to take that call. Let me see what I can do with this guy. So he called me up. Same thing, the spiel about, hey, you should work with us. This is what we got. And through the conversation, I told him, listen, it sounds like what I'm doing right now and what you're doing right now, it's pretty much the same thing. So it doesn't really make sense for me to move. But I told him, hey, how about, since I kind of give you, 5 minutes of my time, how about, you give me 15 minutes of yours? Do you look at other ways of making money? And I thought, and the other thing too that I switched it up was, do you look at other ways of helping your agents? That got him thinking. So he's like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. And he came, he saw the opportunity, and that's what kind of got me the idea. I'm like, well, I love it. I discover something instead of, going one by one, why not just go all the way to the top and work my way down? So that's what got me thinking. But if it wasn't for, if it wasn't for going to the event, I don't think I would be where I am.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're excited because you're coming to a 2-day event. That 1-day event propelled your business in a mindset that no matter where you go, no matter who you talk to, you're going to talk to everyone. So I love that. I love that. For everyone that's listening, great tips of what everybody shared. And what I love about this business is a couple of things. We have an event coming up on March 18th and 19th. You got to be there. You absolutely got to be there. Jimmy, if you won't mind putting that slide up for a moment. And here's the best part. This right here is Michael and Patrick's Wealth Institute, Inc. And this is the website, and it'll guide you right to everything you want. It'll guide you to the event. It'll guide you to, we actually have a dinner on Saturday evening that each and every one of you, all the details are right there. And here's the best part for each and every person out there. You want success like Nate Bear in Alaska, all the way from Alaska, Michael Slater, Jesus from Connecticut. It's all because of this event. Now, think about this. What do you think they're going to do? See, the example they saw, they're going to get as many people to this event. And this is where you go to register each and every person. And I simply wouldn't leave anybody behind. Now, there's not a person that I won't see, that I won't ask, but this will propel your business. And honestly, the best part about this business is just plug in. And this is going to give you all the belief. You're going to have all the vendors that are going to be there. And the best part is we're now getting to a national convention, which is live for 2 days. And you got to book it early. Little insight, we had a 1-day event, and I'll share it with each and every one of you, because talk about your heart rate going right through the roof. We had 12 people coming from our team, and they had a 1-day event, and it was sold out. And I was in panic mode because we didn't get our tickets yet, because we waited. And that's one thing I will never do. Anybody on our team all knows that we're not going to wait. You got to make sure you get your tickets, make sure you get yourself there, and make sure who you're going to bring with you. And with that being said, Jimmy, you want to switch the slide back over to that right there, to the Elevate event, just so everybody could take a screenshot of that, because if you don't get there, I'm going to probably call you, because here's what I can share. This event will do more for you and propel your business twofold in a big way. So everyone, with that being said, that actually concludes this evening's training. Appreciate everybody coming on this evening. Can't wait to see every person and who you're bringing with me. And when you get down there to Oklahoma City, I'd love to shake your hand, just like a regional director, Steve Walsh out of Massachusetts, did for me the